Hello everyone, Xeno What If here. Here to bring in the movie of What If Amuro Ray was sent to add Stella began arc. Link down description of the fanfiction of this What If. Listen here YouTube. I do not own anything and this is not a scam. Prologue. A new beginning. The universe is vast and ever-changing, leaving behind the scars of battles long forgotten. In the aftermath of Chaos rebellion of dropping Axis on Earth by some miracle. Thanks to Amuro Ray pilot of New Gundam, only for both of them to actually go MIA. Many years passed by of the Universal Century, the Federation collapsed because of the corruption and negligence of its army not willing to do anything good for the people of Earth. Sometime later, and many years passed by and a new era was created. Add Stella, an era in which corporations venture into space by the score, establishing an enormous economic bloc. Against this backdrop, mobile suits equipped with a particular system are being developed. They are equipped with the Gund format, a system based on Gund medical technology that has been adapted for military use in order to compensate for the physical dysfunctions that occur in the microgravity environment of space. Developed by the Ox Earth Corporation through its acquisition of the Venati's Institute, which conducts medical research on the element Perme, these mobile suits are the first of their kind. As unwieldy as their colossal size may be, they nevertheless allow pilots to operate their extremities as effortlessly as the pilot's own limbs via a physical link. The year is AS. Add Stella 122. Somewhere in the deep reaches of space is a certain mobile suit from the Universal Century of the former ace pilot or White Devil Amuro Ray, and inside the cockpit of RX-93 New Gundam or New Gundam. Amuro Ray slowly started to awake as his vision started to clear again as he looked around to seeing that he was back inside the cockpit of his mobile suit, New Gundam. Amuro Ray, I'm back inside my mobile suit. What happened? As Amuro Ray looked at the controls of his mobile suit and saw the cameras of the Gundam looking around, he could see the Earth from afar. Amuro Ray, all systems seem to be fine, okay. Wait, what is? Amuro Ray looked at one of the cameras on his mobile suits to see something that caught his attention, and that was he witnessed something even more astounding, a person drifting through the void in a spacesuit. Amuro Ray, what the hell, is that a person? Why the hell is that person drifting in space? As Amuro Ray uses the controls RX-93 New Gundam the thrusters of the mobile suit to fly towards the person in the spacesuit drifting its base. However, the same thing also happened in a shuttle of a young teenager by the name of Soletta Mercury, also witnessing the same person also drifting in space with a spacesuit. As the crew of the transport vessel are still preparing to perform a rescue, Soletta hastily launches the aerial. Soletta Mercury, move forward, you gain 2. So, I'll go and save them. Before she could say anything, the radar of her mobile suit detected another mobile suit flying in high speeds directly towards the person as she saw the glimpse of RX-93 New Gundam or New Gundam dashing towards the person that was drifting in space. Soletta Mercury, what the? As Amuro Ray inside the cockpit of RX-93 New Gundam or New Gundam rescuing the individual and safely returning to the cockpit. Amuro Ray, hey, are you? However, the person he saved suddenly headbutts him and proceeds to give him an earful. Amuro Ray, what the hell is? Mirin Rembrandt, stop interfering. Amuro Ray, what? Mirin Rembrandt, I was so close to getting away, but you had to go and ruin it. Amuro Ray rubbed his forehead, wincing from the sudden jolt. The woman in front of him, her anger palpable even through the confines of her spacesuit, wouldn't relent. Sometime later. The Asticasia School of Technology. As Amuro Ray kept his MS, RX-93 New Gundam and a mobile suit hangar bay where other mobile suits were meant to be at, Amuro Ray was on a train, however wearing some casual normal clothes. However, Soletta Mercury was also on the same train as well, as they both looked at each other from opposite sides of the train. Soletta Mercury, are you okay? Amuro Ray, just a lot on my mind. I never expected to be back here, not like this. Soletta Mercury, me neither. There's so much going on, and I don't fully understand it yet. A higher education facility run by the Benarit Group, the largest conglomerate in the mobile suit industry. Soletta's first assignment after matriculating is to observe practical training, and Amuro Ray once again crosses paths with the young woman he rescued in space while approaching the front. This Asticasia School of Technology is a university where actually everyone can be more mature like Amuro Ray and Soletta Mercury age of 17 to apply for this school. Amuro Ray, oh it's you. Myrene Rembrandt. Huh, you're the guy who got in my way. The girl's name is Myrene Rembrandt, and her father is none other than Delling, president of the Benerit Group and chairman of the Asticasia School of Technology's board. When she and Soletta first met, she was trying to run away from the school and flee to Earth. Evidently, it was an act of rebellion against her father and the rules he'd set. The girl's name is Myrene Rembrandt, and her father is none other than Delling, president of the Benerit Group and chairman of the Asticasia School of Technology's board. When she and Soletta first met, she was trying to run away from the school and flee to Earth. Evidently, it was an act of rebellion against her father and the rules he'd set. At the school, students duel each other in their mobile suits with something important to them on the line. The results of these duels are final and cannot be overturned. For instance, even if the outcome determines whom a student is to marry. Without so much as his daughter's consent, Delling decided that Myrene would be betrothed to the student who won the most duels, the holder, upon reaching the age of 17. The beginning of a duel. The artificial sky darkens and the MD-0032G Guel's Delanza pushes the TKG-328 Capel Coup along the ground. The Capel Coup backs off and fires beams at Guel's Delanza, but every shot either misses or is too weak. As MD-0032G Guel's Delanza dragging it towards the safe zone area, Amuro Ray looked at the direction. His eyes widened to see Soletta Mercury was at the way in the crossfire. She's going to be crushed or worst. As Amuro Ray made a complete mad dash towards Soletta Mercury and was able to push himself and her out of the way. However, as the president of the group and the chairman of the school's board, her father's word is law at Asticasia, and she enjoys little personal autonomy there. He is the reigning holder and in line to run Jeterk Heavy Machinery, one of the Benerit Group's 3 branches. Chapter number 1. Amuro Ray vs Guel Jeterk. After incident between the duel, Amuro was sitting on a bench another part of the asteroid colony. Amuro Ray, to himself, what is wrong with that person? I mean using mobile suits in a duel but seriously getting away with the consequences. Amuro Ray realized that that person was definitely someone higher up, and of course he had to be someone who's higher up. Probably a son of some Councilman Welt. With Myrene at the greenhouse. Guel visits Myrene at the greenhouse she takes care of to tell her that they should reside together in Jeterk House where he serves as the head. When she rebuffs him, he says he is tired of her runaway attempts. Guel Jeterk, why don't you take it up with your dear old dad? Myrene Rembrandt, we don't always have to listen to our parents. But I forgot, your daddy's little lapdog. Her words having struck a nerve, Guel begins to take his anger out on Myrene's greenhouse. The noise also got the attention of Amuro that was also on the bench as he noticed the greenhouse nearby. Amuro Ray, what the hell is going on over there? As Amuro Ray walked up to the greenhouse he saw Guel destroying plants as he's taking his rage out. Amuro had no choice but to dash directly at him and punched him in the face, sending Guel on the ground and looked at Amuro with a pissed off look on his face. Guel Jeterk, the hell was that for? Amuro Ray, I don't know why you take your anger out on someone's greenhouse, but I won't stand for it. Guel Jeterk, you really have balls to stand up for me. Guel Jeterk grabbed Amuro Ray by collar of a shirt, which Amuro also did the same thing as well as they both stare at each other. Amuro Ray, you better apologize to her for what you did. Guel Jeterk, the hell did you say? Do you have any idea who you're messing with? Amuro Ray, like I would care for someone who acts like a tyrant. Guel Jeterk, you better listen up. I'm heir to one of the 3 branches of the Benerit Group. I'm also the head of the dueling committee and this school's reigning holder. Amuro Ray, then let us settle this in a duel. Guel Jeterk, huh, you really do have the guts to back it up. Then let's see how you have it against my machine, against your pathetic mobile suit. Unable to abide Guel's behavior toward Myrene, Amuro ignores Myrene's protests that this matter does not concern her and so promises to duel the brute. Now, with the whole school watching, her first duel is moments away from beginning. That's one of the canisters opened to reveal MD-0032G Guel's Delanza pilot by Guel Jeterk. Guel Jeterk, KP-001, Guel Jeterk. Delanza, let's go. Guel Jeterk piloting MD-0032G Guel's Delanza ready to fight. Guel Jeterk, don't worry. I'll beat him quickly. After all, he is up against the future ace of Dominicus. He showed up, the bastard. At one of the places watching it. Shadik Zenali. With consent from both parties, we will now begin the duel. As with all official bouts, victory will be awarded to the first person that breaks their opponent's blade antenna. Back in the arena, it turned out to be Mireen Rembrandt was piloting RX-93 new Gundam. Mireen Rembrandt. Guel Jeterk, what's the meaning of this little stunt, Mireen? Mireen Rembrandt, I've had enough of others making decisions for me. I'll fight my own battles from now on. Guel Jeterk, fine, have it your way, you impudent girl. I'll let you experience firsthand the difference in our abilities. What the people are watching this. Shadik Zenali. Guel, do you approve of the change in your dual opponent? Back in the arena. Guel Jeterk, of course. Why wouldn't I? Victory is never determined by mobile suit performance alone. As Guel Jeterk piloting MD-0032G Guel's Delanza using its beam rifle firing directly at Mireen Rembrandt piloting RX-93 new Gundam trying to dodge many of the beam blast, has she had difficulty with the controls of the mobile suit she was piloting. Mireen Rembrandt, how does this thing work? Does this thing even have weapons? With Amuro Ray. At the mobile suit docking bay, Amuro Ray now in his pilot suit walked towards where his mobile suit was but instead just an empty slot with no mobile suit. Amuro Ray, what? Where's my mobile suit? Until Amuro Ray realized and remembering the white-haired girl known as Mireen Rembrandt meaning that she was the one who took RX-93 new Gundam. Amuro Ray, god damn it. That idiot is not known to pilot a mobile suit. Familiar voice, actually I can help you with that, Amuro. Amuro Ray turned around to see Chanagi alongside Nika Nanora. Amuro Ray, Chan, you are here. Chanagi, here to support you and also have a backup mobile suit for you ready. Amuro Ray, a backup mobile suit for me. As Chanagi and Nika Nanora showing Amuro Ray a secret mobile suit slot docking area of a familiar type of mobile suit from the Universal Century, MSZ0063A Zeta Gundam 3A type. Amuro Ray, that. Zeta Gundam. Chanagi, besides, don't you need this mobile suit that you have a duel to sell with someone? Amuro Ray, yeah. As Amuro Ray entering the cockpit of MSZ0063A Zeta Gundam 3A type activating all the systems for mobile suit to turn online. Nika Nanora, good luck. Amuro Ray piloting MSZ0063A Zeta Gundam 3A type transforming into Wave Rider mode flying towards the arena. Back in the arena, Mireen Rembrandt piloting RX-93 new Gundam trying your best to fight against Guel Jeterk piloting MD-0032G Guel's Delanza, only to be backhanded by Guel Jeterk piloting MD-0032G Guel's Delanza. Mireen Rembrandt, my life belongs to me. I'll do with it what I please. Nobody will decide for me. Only for Guel Jeterk piloting MD-0032G Guel's Delanza aggressively pushing Mireen Rembrandt piloting RX-93 new Gundam on the ground harshly. Mireen Rembrandt, as Mireen Rembrandt piloting RX-93 new Gundam fell on the ground completely. Guel Jeterk, you certainly talk a big game. But in the end, you're nothing more than a trophy. Guel Jeterk piloting MD-0032G Guel's Delanza getting alert of someone else being here. Guel Jeterk, an alert. There's someone else out here. Only for many being blast coming from the sky for Guel Jeterk piloting MD-0032G Guel's Delanza dodging the beam shots. Guel Jeterk, who's that? As from the artificial sky came Amuro Ray piloting MSZ0063A Zeta Gundam 3A type in Wave Rider mode and transforming back into mobile suit mode hovering down on the ground next to Mireen Rembrandt piloting RX-93 new Gundam on the ground. Amuro Ray, on comms, looks like you need some help. Mireen Rembrandt, on comm, you again. Amuro Ray, on comms, sorry that I'm late for the duel. Guel Jeterk, on comms, so you finally started to show yourself. Amuro Ray, on comms, don't underestimate me. Guel Jeterk piloting MD-0032G Guel's Delanza using its beam torch to pierce through Amuro Ray piloting MSZ-0063A Zeta Gundam 3A type in mobile suit form using his new type senses able to dodge every single one of the strikes from Guel Jeterk piloting MD-0032G Guel's Delanza. Guel Jeterk, on comms, stop dodging my attacks. As Amuro Ray piloting MSZ-0063A Zeta Gundam 3A type in mobile suit using 35.105 beam saber beam gun doing the same tactical maneuver slicing arms off and cutting off the legs of Guel Jeterk piloting MD-0032G Guel's Delanza. Guel Jeterk, in shock, no way I lost. Amuro Ray piloting MSZ-0063A Zeta Gundam 3A type in mobile suit using XBRM-87A2 beam rifle using it as a baseball bat and swing it directly at the disabled Guel Jeterk piloting MD-0032G Guel's Delanza like a baseball sending and flying the other part of the arena. While Mireen Rembrandt piloting RX-93 New Gundam watched in complete shock and awe as someone like him was able to take down an ace like Guel Jeterk. Amuro Ray piloting MSZ-0063A Zeta Gundam 3A type in mobile suit turned around walking over to Mireen Rembrandt piloting RX-93 New Gundam jumped back in fear. Mireen Rembrandt, on comm, I didn't need your help. Amuro Ray, on comms, and you want to be humiliating more by everyone else. Mireen Rembrandt, on comm, like I said I had under control. Amuro Ray, on comms, you don't even know to control to my machine. Mireen Rembrandt, on comm, but thank you. Amuro Ray was shocked even more that Mireen Rembrandt saying that over to comms is both cockpits of MSZ-0063A Zeta Gundam 3A type in mobile suit and RX-93 New Gundam for Amuro Ray and Mireen Rembrandt standing outside the cockpits from different sides of the mobile seats that they're piloting. Mireen Rembrandt, also, the one who carries that emblem is my fiancé. Amuro Ray was even more shocked. Amuro Ray, Fa. Mireen Rembrandt, I told you, didn't I? That's how things are around here. Amuro Ray, but it'd be fine if I did tell her if I might be in love with someone else. Mireen Rembrandt, then that's fine by me. I guess I'll be your second wife. Amuro Ray couldn't help but get the feeling if things could get any worse, almost felt like that he got something to more like a love relation. Chapter number 2, Amuro Ray vs Guel Jeterk, Round 2. By defeating Guel, the reigning holder, Amuro assumes that title. Moments later, however, he finds himself surrounded by mobile suits sent by the front's management company. They inform her that he is under suspicion of possessing a Gundam-type mobile suit, the operation of which is prohibited by treaty. They take his into custody for questioning, but he was all familiar about the name Gundam. Interrogator, you are suspicious the custody. You have a Gundam. Amuro Ray, yes, I am familiar about it. Interrogator, but though I have to admit there's something that's been bugging me. Your name is Amuro Ray. Amuro Ray, yes it is. Is that a problem as well? Interrogator, not really. Ever since during UC.0093, since Chat's rebellion and Axis being pulled back from Earth. You went Mia. And now you decided to show up all of a sudden. Amuro Ray, to be honest myself. I don't how exactly ended up here. Maybe God actually gave me a second chance. If you actually believe in a God. And New Gundam was built by Anaheim Electronics. Interrogator, yes, Anaheim Electronics, the company that built the Gundams since during the Universal Century. However, the company itself went shut down permanently 7 years ago. Amuro Ray, is there anything else you want to know about? Interrogator, no, that will be all. As the interrogator leaves Amuro in the interrogation room, looking at the handcuffs on his arms, not even saying a word. Meanwhile, Delling holds a hearing on the Shinsei Development Corporation, which oversaw development of the Ariel. He subpoenas its CEO, Prospera Mercury, who also happens to be Soletta's mother. Delling proceeds to interrogate her in a threatening tone on alleged connections with the Venati's Institute and the manufacture of Gundams. However, she remains unfazed, assuring him that the RX-93 New Gundam and MSZ-0063A Zeta Gundam 3A type is not a Gundam but a mobile suit equipped with the latest drone technology developed by her company. She then expounds upon the utility of her company's technology and requests that the RX-93 new Gundam and MSZ-0063A Zeta Gundam 3A type development by Anaheim Electronics and be allowed to proceed without further hindrance. Unfortunately, Delling Rembrandt, if I say it's a Gundam, then it's a Gundam. Delling summarily rejects Prospera's request, informing her that the RX-93 new Gundam and MSZ-0063A Zeta Gundam 3A type will be scrapped. With no one capable of opposing his absolute authority, the assembly falls silent, until a solitary voice speaks up in defiance. Meereen Rembrandt, you can make all the rules you want, but you have to follow them, too. You're just a hypocritical loser. Meereen makes her presence known not only to stand up for herself in the face of her father's tyranny, but for her new friends as well. Although he refuses to recognize her, she is not about to back down. After a heated argument, they agree to settle the matter by duel. Meereen Rembrandt, get ready. We have to fight. Listen up. You've gotta win for RX-93 new Gundam and MSZ-0063A Zeta Gundam 3A type or they'll turn RX-93 new Gundam and MSZ-0063A Zeta Gundam 3A type into scrap and then expel you. Amuro Ray, you think I don't know that? And so, another duel is on the cards for Amuro Ray and the both RX-93 new Gundam and MSZ-0063A Zeta Gundam 3A type. What is more, it will be a rematch with Guel. Since the results of the previous duel were nullified on a technicality, this rematch will officially determine the reigning holder. Vim Jeturk, son of the Jeturk Heavy Machinery CEO and the father of Guel, tells his son to win at any cost. To ensure that he does, Vim entrusts him with the Drillbald, the Jeturk company's state-of-the-art mobile suit. The Drillbald is equipped with a system dubbed Decision-Making Extension AL, which anticipates future actions based on past combat data in order to support pilot control. The very notion that his father doubts his piloting skills offends Guel to the core. Vim silences his son, however, by saying childish pride has no place in a duel. For the good of the company, he insists that Guel as the future of the Benerit Group will demonstrate the utility of its flagship mobile suit and reclaim the title of holder. However, Guel's father's wishes matter little to him. He resolves to win the duel not only for the good of the company, but more importantly, for the sake of his own pride. Guel Jeturk, I'll win at any cost. Meanwhile, Amuro Ray has his own reason as to why he cannot afford to lose the duel. As Amuro Ray inside the cockpit of RX-93 new Gundam checking all the systems of the Gundam, making sure everything is 100% ready to go for the duel. As the duel was being broadcasted to everyone that was watching it across different campuses across the academy or university. Amuro Ray inside the cockpit of RX-93 new Gundam walking directly at the new mobile suit pilot by Guel Jeturk plotting new mobile suit known as MD-0064 Drillbald with the iconic color of red, just like the Red Comet. Amuro Ray inside RX-93 new Gundam. His thoughts just because he's piling a red mobiles doesn't mean he's nothing for with a carbon copy of the Red Comet. As Guel Jeturk inside of MD-0064 Drillbald awaited his return, his father Vim's voice echoed in his mind, a relentless barrage of expectations layered with familial duty. The Drillbald, sleek in its crimson hue, stood as a testament to Jeturk Heavy Machinery's prowess. But beneath its exterior lay Guel's own insecurities, the weight of his father's aspirations pressing heavily upon his shoulders. Guel Jeturk, vowing to himself, I will prove I am more than just my father's shadow. Guel readied the Drillbald systems, the decision-making extension AI whirring to life, anticipating moves and counters based on historical data. This battle would showcase not just the capabilities of a great machine but also the spirit of its pilot. Back in the arena, the countdown began, each number ringing like a clarion call for both men to battle. Guel's heart raced, and he tightened his grip on the controls, channeling his determination into every fiber of his being. Announcer, duelists, prepare yourselves. In the blue corner, the new holder, Amuro Ray and the RX-93 new Gundam. In the red corner, the former holder, Guel Jeturk and the MD-0064 Drillbald. As the bell rang out, Guel did not hesitate. He charged forward, the Drillbald launching into action with blinding speed. Amuro Ray, thoughts racing, he's quick. I need to adapt. Anticipating Guel's aggressive approach, Amuro maintained a steady focus. He sidestepped, channeling the relentless pressure of every past battle into this moment. Guel Jeturk, shouting, "I'll reclaim my title, Amuro." With a flick of his controls, Guel unleashed a flurry of energy projectiles from the Drillball. They shot towards Amuro with precision, but the seasoned pilot was ready. The RX-93 new Gundam maneuvered expertly, utilizing its fin funnels to absorb the impact and redirect energy beams with calculated finesse. The arena erupted in gasps and cheers. Each maneuver was mirrored by the audience's exhilaration, past legends and their enduring legacy recounted in the heat of the moment. Amuro Ray, feeling the thrill of the fight, "I can't lose, not now." With a swift motion, Amuro retaliated, sending his own volley of beams toward Guel. The glowing projectiles streaked through the air in a dazzling display. However, Guel's AI responded with staggering efficiency, making real-time calculations that allowed him to evade the blasts. Guel Jeturk, grinning despite himself, "You think you can take me down that easily?" The duel continued, an intricate dance of strategy and reflexes as both pilots tested each other's resolve. The ground shook with the power of their collisions, each clash echoing past glories and rivalries, yet the tone of this fight was different. As Guel pressed forward, Amuro could see the fire in his opponent's eyes, a burning desire that mirrored his own in a long-ago conflict. They were warriors of a new age, fighting for their respective beliefs, yet bound by a shared history. Amuro Ray, thinking, "This isn't just a fight for pride, it's a struggle for clarity, for identity." The duel reached a fever pitch as they exchanged blows, a flurry of beams, strikes, and evasions. Each moment pulsed with the weight of expectation, both for themselves and for the legacies they embodied. Guel Jeturk, shouting over the chaos, "I won't back down." With that declaration, Guel unleashed the full potential of the Drillball, engaging its decision-making extension AI for an all-out assault. His confidence surged. He had one chance to prove he was worthy of the title, to reclaim his honor. But Amuro, with a practiced calm, countered every move with counter-strategies born of experience, weaving the RX-93 new Gundam around Guel's onslaught like an experienced maestro directing a symphony. Amuro Ray, calm but fierce, "This is for the future, for peace." The arena erupted with enthusiasm, the tension thick enough to cut. Then finally, with a decisive move, Amuro deployed his fin funnels to create a barrier that enveloped Guel's Drillball. Guel Jeturk, wide-eyed, "What?" With a swift command, Amuro instructed the funnels to simultaneously unleash a barrage of energy beams, cornering Guel and overwhelming his defenses. As Amuro Ray inside of RX-93 new Gundam used the new Hyper Bazooka shooting down the right arm of MD-0064 Drillball piloting by Guel Jeturk. Guel Jeturk, "Damn it. I am not going to lose." Guel Jeturk piloting MD-0064 Drillball using the beam javelin only for it to be deflected by a beam saber of RX-93 new Gundam. Amuro Ray, "You're still always too arrogant to underestimate your opponent." Guel Jeturk, "Shut the hell up. Quit looking down on me." Amuro Ray, "Probably I'm just trying to knock some sense into you." Amuro Ray inside of RX-93 new Gundam used another beam saber slashing right arm off of MD-0064 Drillball piloting by Guel Jeturk. Amuro Ray inside of RX-93 new Gundam taking the head of the mobile suit causing him to fall down on the ground. As the second match of Amuro Ray and Guel Jeturk, the winner is Amuro Ray and his mobile suit is RX-93 new Gundam. As Amuro Ray inside of RX-93 new Gundam looking one of the cameras of the main head of the mobile suit. Looking down seeing Guel Jeturk still feeling a bit sour. RX-93 new Gundam kneeling down for the cockpit doors opening up, Amuro Ray wearing the pilot suit gently getting down using wire and walked towards as he stopped 2 distance away from him. Amuro Ray, "Hey, Guel Jeturk." Amuro Ray, "Look, I know that. You're acting arrogant. And always underestimating your opponents. In the battlefield that will always get you killed. Word of advice, have a calm and collected mind and always stay focused. Don't let your pride get in the way." Guel Jeturk, Amuro Ray, "Look, always try to train harder, and let your pride go away." Guel Jeturk looked directly at the new type pilot from the 1-year war, he felt that this was definitely the real deal. Not like some person cosplaying as him or a clone. But it was really him from the universal century since during Char's rebellion of stopping Axis. Guel Jeturk, by any chance are you The Amuro Ray. Amuro Ray. Yes, I am Amuro Ray, the so-called war hero since during the 1-year war and part of the army of Londo Bell. Everyone was listening too. This were completely shocked that the person who wasn't actually some cosplayer or clone was actually the real deal. The real war hero since the 1-year war, and now he's alive. Chapter number 3. Joining Earth House. Amid the ensuing uproar, Chuachari Panlunch of Earth House, otherwise known as Chuchu, glares coldly at the scene. Chuachari Panlunch. How ridiculous. For the new type of the 1-year war and the one who stopped Axis is actually here. How ridiculous. Spatians and Earthians, those who settled the stars and those who remained on Earth. Ever since the industrialization of space, the economic disparity between the two has only widened further, fomenting discord and strife. This friction pervades even the school itself, and as an Earthian, Chuchu has nothing but contempt for the Spatians who look down on her and those like herself. At first, Chuchu treats both Amuro and Soletta with contempt as another Spatian. Moreover, Nika Nanora, a second-year student whose judgment she trusts, invites Amuro and Soletta to join them in Earth House, and Chuchu reluctantly welcomes the girl from Mercury as a fellow member. Nika Nanora was curious about the new type of white base from the 1-year war and also the one who is able to stop Axis from falling onto Earth. Amuro explains about the new type of building and also about his Gundam RX-93 new Gundam, and it was developed and created by Anaheim Electronics. Nika Nanora explains that Anaheim Electronics has went bankrupt and also at the new company building mobile suits called Gundarm, Inc. As Amuro Ray was surprised that was industrial manufacture or warehouse, but there was some suitable places. Amuro Ray surprised that he was also able to see many animals from farm animals to elephants. Soletta Mercury was even more surprised to see animals such as elephants for the first time. Amuro Ray. Well, that's something you don't see every day. Amuro Ray noticed to elephants that were actually Asian elephants with no tusk on them, as one of them was actually sitting on the couch alongside chubby girl with brunette hair having ponytails known as Lilith Kadoku Lipati sitting next to the Asian elephant. Amuro Ray. Huh, what's going on here? Lilith Kadoku Lipati. Oh, hello. This is Hermes, my pet elephant. She's quite friendly, don't worry. Amuro Ray. Surprised, an elephant is a pet. Ojalo Gabel. So I'm guessing you must be the White Devil from the Universal Century. Amuro Ray. Yes, and you are. Nika Nanora. Alright, I guess we forgot to do this ourselves. I am Nika Nanora. Chuachari Panlunch. I'm Chuachari Panlunch, try not to get on my bad side. Lilith Kadoku Lipati. I'm Lilith Kadoku Lipati, I'm pretty good with any kind of animals. Ojalo Gabel. Yo, what's up, my name is Ojalo Gabel. Martin Upmont. I'm Martin Upmont and I'm willing to learn about legacy of the Universal Century. Aliyah Mavash. I'm Aliyah Mavash, and it's real honor to me engineering ace pilot from beautiful Century. Nuno Kargan. Yo, my name is Nuno Kargan, it's a real pleasure to be ace pilot of White Base. Till Knees. I'm Till Knees, it's a real honor to meet you. Amuro Ray was right surprised by many of the members of the Earth House honoring the legacy of Universal Century and his legacy since the 1-year war. Soletta Mercury. Whispering to Amuro Ray. Wow. Talk about a lot of people are fans of you. Mr. Popular. Amuro Ray. Whispering back to Soletta Mercury. Wow. Thanks for actually trying to make things a lot more interesting than before. Nika Nanora. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. We do have something special for you in the hangar to commemorate the legacy of the White Devil of the Universal Century, the war hero who saved us from when Axis falls into Earth. Amuro Ray. Okay, this is quite interesting. As Amuro Ray was following Nika Nanora towards another section of Bird's house of a hangar paint of mobile suits and was completely dark until Nika Nanora flipping on one of the light switches. When Amuro Ray looked up, he was surprised and shocked to see the lineup of his old mobile suits. Amuro Ray. I can't believe it. Those are my old mobile suits. Amuro Ray looked up at the lineup of his old mobile suits from Universal Century such as RX-78FOO HMT Gundam High Mobility Type, MSK-008 DJ, MSZ-0063A Zeta Gundam 3A Type, MSK-008R Modified Rick DJ, RX-94 Mass Production Type New Gundam, RX-93 New 2 High New Gundam and RX-93 FF New Gundam. As Amuro Ray looked up at RX-78FOO-HM-T Gundam High Mobility Type as if it was more of a modified version of RX-782 Gundam. Amuro Ray, I never thought I'd see these again. They were all special to me. Nika Nanora. Well, sorry that we weren't able to make the original RX-78 Gundam how it once was. Luckily we'd look at some new parts to modify it into RX-78FOO-HM-T Gundam High Mobility Type. Amuro Ray, it's fine. I have to admit, but the upgrade and modifications makes it even more better. As Amuro Ray felt something tugging on his shirt when he turned around to see one of the female Asian elephants. Having a playful look on her face and using her own trunk to tug out his shirt. Amuro Ray, is there something you need? The second female Asian elephant nodded her head and had game of chessboard on her elephant trunk to show to Amuro Ray. Amuro Ray, well, notices rather strange and bizarre to play a game of chess with an elephant, but then again it would make things a lot of interesting. Lilit Kadoku Lipati, she's really good at it too. She can even play against multiple people at once. Amuro Ray, amused, I guess I have no choice but to accept your elephant's challenge. The female Asian elephant trumpeted in response, as if accepting the challenge with confidence. As the chessboard was set up on a table as Amuro Ray sit on the other side and the second female big Asian elephant was sitting on the other side, however was sitting on her butt. Amuro Ray, I guess I could move the pawn forward. Amuro Ray moved his pawn forward, starting the game against the clever elephant. The female Asian elephant quickly countered his move, displaying her strategic thinking. The other members of Earth House gathered around, curious to see how the unlikely match would play out. Soletta Mercury, amused, I never thought I'd see this either. An interspecies game of chess. Amuro Ray, chuckles, neither did I, but it's actually quite fun. She seems to have a good grasp of the game. The elephant carefully considered her next move, her trunk deftly maneuvering the pieces on the board. Amuro Ray found himself impressed by her intelligence and dexterity. The game continued, with both players matching each other move for move. Chuachari Panlunch, surprised, you know, I never thought I'd see the day when Amuro Ray would be playing chess with an elephant. But it's kind of heartwarming. Nika Nanora, it really is. This moment shows that despite our differences, we can still find common ground and enjoy each other's company. As the game progressed, Amuro Ray and the elephant found themselves in a stalemate, neither able to claim victory. The other members of Earth House applauded their efforts and the unique bond they had formed. Amuro Ray smiles, you played an excellent game, huh? I may have won this round, but I have a feeling you'll be even better next time. The elephant trumpeted happily, as if understanding and appreciating the compliment. Far from a romantic interlude, however, Elan made the invitation at the behest of Peel Technologies, another of the Benerit Group's 3 branches, and his sponsor. Peel has a keen interest in the aerial and wants Elan to get close to Soletta in order to discover its secrets. Regardless, Elan is interested in Soletta for his own reasons. Enhanced persons are individuals who have been augmented physically with either bio or nanotechnology. As such, they have a greater tolerance for the data storms that occur when operating Gundams than ordinary humans. Having lost his memory and in turn his past, the Peel company made Elan an enhanced person. He wonders if Soletta, a fellow Gundam pilot, is a kindred spirit. Chapter number 4, Elan Ceres vs Guel Jeturk. According to Elan, periodically checking the tactical test ranges is one of his duties as a member of the dueling committee, and he asks for Amuro's assistance. The two climb into the cockpit of RX-93 New Gundam and proceed to visit each checkpoint. Elan Ceres, your piloting skills are impressive. How long have you had this machine? Amuro Ray, ever since Anaheim Electronics developed it. Elan Ceres, really? Whenever you pilot this mobile suit, do you feel any pain? Amuro Ray, I felt uneasy when Elan Ceres saying do you ever feel pain, like for example, trying out the Psychomu system, but also felt a bit uneasy like as if he was almost like a cyber new type. Elan Ceres, can you do me a favor? If you don't mind, may I try piloting aerial? Amuro Ray, okay, what kind of favor? Amuro climbs out of the cockpit as Elan wishes, worried she might have made him feel uncomfortable by asking about his birthday. Meanwhile, Elan sits alone inside the RX-93 New Gundam, trying to uncover its secrets. Elan Ceres, I'll expose the truth and find out if you're a Gundam. Now, Perme score, 2. Elan Ceres felt the Psychomu or Psycho frame. Elan Ceres, I knew it. This is the Gund format. No. The feeling of using a Gundam, like a hand's crushing my brain. It isn't there. So this is the power of what the Psycho frame is and the power of a new type. Despite its being equipped with the Psychomu or Psycho frame, operating the mobile suit does not endanger the pilot's health, proving that the RX-93 new Gundam is a one-of-a-kind Gundam. Having suspected Amuro being an enhanced person like himself, Elan is in a state of shock. Elan Ceres, Amuro Ray. The truth is, you're nothing like me. Even if you are a new type from the Universal Century, I am an advanced cyber new type, making me superior. Returning the RX-93 new Gundam to where Amuro Ray is waiting for him, Elan exits the cockpit. As Amuro Ray looked at him to see how well he handled it RX-93 new Gundam, believing she had crossed a line by asking about his birthday. Elan Ceres, a birthday? I've never had one. You're quite annoying, you know that. That mobile suit is your family. Those machines are nothing but a curse. I thought you and I were alike. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Amuro Ray didn't say a word, almost felt that those words hurt. However, he couldn't help but felt his new type instance kicking in, making him realize that he is way more advanced compared to a cyber new type. Just then, Guel appears. Word had reached him through the grapevine that Elan and Amuro are simply discussing about things, and he simply could not help himself from interfering. However, Guel looked at the shocked face of Amuro, turned into rage while glaring at Elan to challenge him to a mobile suit duel. Elan answers his indignation with a challenge to a duel. As Guel jetterk inside of the cockpit of MD-0031L Laudas Delanza. Lauda Neil, uncomms, stop it, brother. You're already on thin ice. What if father gets word of this duel? Guel jetterk, as long as I beat him, dad won't have anything to complain about. KP001, Guel jetterk. Delanza, let's go. Elan Ceres inside of the cockpit of FP-A77 Gundam Farak. Elan Ceres, KP002. Elan Ceres, Farak. Deploy. Guel jetterk, victory is never determined by mobile suit performance alone. Elan Ceres, nor is it decided by the skill of the pilot alone. Guel and Elan, in unison, the result itself is the only truth. As the mobile suit match has begun, Guel jetterk inside of the cockpit of MD-0031L Laudas Delanza using large heat axe charging directly towards FP-A77 Gundam Farak, only for him in his mobile suit to dodge the oncoming attack. Elan Ceres, my turn. As Elan Ceres piloting FP-A77 Gundam Farak using Corax bits create a net-like barrier in MD-0031L Laudas Delanza piloted by Guel jetterk. Elan Ceres piloting FP-A77 Gundam Farak using beam arquebus firing the beam weapon to MD-0031L Laudas Delanza causing multiple damage to the mobile suit. Guel jetterk piloting MD-0031L Laudas Delanza was on his knee heavily damaged from the firepower from Elan Ceres piloting FP-A77 Gundam Farak. Elan Ceres piloting FP-A77 Gundam Farak grabbing the horn of MD-0031L Laudas Delanza. Elan Ceres, the only way to defeat a Gundam. Guel jetterk, I said stoop. Elan Ceres, is with a Gundam. Elan Ceres piloting FP-A77 Gundam Farak aggressively ripping off the horn of MD-0031L Laudas Delanza and shattering the pride of Guel jetterk piloting MD-0031L Laudas Delanza. Chapter number 5, New Type vs Advanced Cyber New Type. After besting Guel in combat, Elan hails Soletta from the cockpit. Elan Ceres, I won, Amuro Ray. Now, as promised, you will accept my challenge. Mireen Rembrandt, what's he saying? You didn't. In his duel with Guel, Elan fought for the chance to challenge Amuro. Elan Ceres, as for the stakes, I want something from you. Perhaps you can use the other mobile suits. And so, Amuro finds herself challenged to a duel by Elan. The designated location is in space, outside the front. Lacking a propulsion unit, the aerial is presumed to be at a tremendous disadvantage. Unfortunately, purchasing a new propulsion unit is out of the question, as Earth House does not have the financial resources and the other houses are barred from providing them. Everyone in Earth House is at a loss as to what to do, until Nika suggests building their own, that is. Using run-down scrap parts, Earth House comes together as one to build a propulsion unit for the other mobile suits from scratch. Amuro Ray now piloting RX-93 new Gundam Veer, Ka. Amuro Ray, I understand now. Elan was only kind to me because it was part of his plan. But at the time, I was super happy. I feel so dumb. And yet, could he possibly a cyber new type? Mirine Rembrandt, on comms, if you ask me, I think he was right about you. You really are annoying. Nika Nanara, on comms Miss Mirine. Mirine Rembrandt, on comms but that's just how you are. You always meddle in my affairs. And act all on your own without listening. Amuro Ray, Mirine Rembrandt, on comms there's no room for self-doubt, you hear me? You're wasting your time feeling sorry for yourself. Get out there and keep moving forward. With a push from her friend, Soletta heads straight for Peel House. When he arrives, he delivers a message to Elan over the dormitory's intercom. Amuro Ray, Elan, can you hear me? It's Amuro. I need to know. Why did you say those things to me? And why do we have to duel each other? Amuro Ray, tell me. Do I really annoy you? Elan does not reply to any of his questions, but Amuro Ray still finds the courage to take another step forward. Amuro Ray, you're right, but I also have someone with me. Who wants to sing you something special for you. And just like that in the cockpit of RX-93 new Gundam Veer, Ka beside Amuro Ray in the controls was Soletta Mercury. Soletta Mercury, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. As her song rings throughout the dormitory, Soletta sparks a light inside Elan. Using the call function on his student pocketbook, he contacts her directly. Elan Ceres, stop singing. I already told you once, I don't have a birthday. Soletta Mercury, yeah, I remember. But I thought, why couldn't we just make today your birthday? Elan Ceres, you really do annoy me. Everyone at Earth House breathlessly awaits the battle-ready new Gundam Veer, Ka sortie. The student mechanics hastily carry out its final inspection, and Soletta receives a communication from Nika. Nika Nanora, Soletta, were you able to speak with Mr. Elan? Till knees, no obstacles on launch path. Ready to go. Nuno Kargan, opening hatch now. Pilot has launch authorization. Amuro Ray, new Gundam Veer, Ka ready to go. Exhaust velocity normal. All clear. Elan Ceres. Amuro Ray piloting RX-93 new Gundam Veer, Ka dashing forward with incredible speed directly towards Elan Ceres piloting FP-A-77 Gundam Farak ejecting Corax bits trying to create a web however only for Amuro Ray now piloting RX-93 new Gundam Veer, Ka ejecting fin funnels shooting down every single one of the Corax bits. Elan Ceres, to himself, so he really does have the potential of a new type. But I'm way more superior even though I'm not naturally born as a new type, but I'm an advanced cyber new type. Elan Ceres piloting FP-A-77 Gundam Farak firing many being blast using beam arquebus, however Amuro Ray piloting RX-93 new Gundam Veer, Ka dodging every single one of the being blast. Amuro Ray, okay, let's see how this would work. As Amuro Ray piloting RX-93 new Gundam Veer, Ka Psycho Frame activated for 4 mini Psycho Frame resonated from it in the mobile suit causing Elan Ceres piloting FP-A-77 Gundam Farak to stumble back. Elan Ceres, to himself, so the machine he's piloting he has finally activated Psycho Frame. Amuro Ray piloting RX-93 new Gundam Veer, Ka Psycho Frame moving 10 times faster than before while also touching many attacks from Elan Ceres piloting FP-A-77 Gundam Farak and he's in a beam saber to slice off then left leg and the left arm of FP-A-77 Gundam Farak. Amuro Ray, so, please, don't say you have nothing. That's totally wrong. Even though I am a new type and you are cyber new type, we're still human beings. Amuro's kind words bring a smile to Elan's face as the boy known as the Ice Prince begins to open himself up to Amuro Ray. Days later, having made plans to spend time together again. Elan, meanwhile, has been detained by Peel. Having lost the duel, He serves no further purpose to them, and so the CEOs decide to dispose of him. Or, rather, of enhanced person number 4. Elan Ceres, happy birthday, to you. Happy birthday. Elan Ceres facing an unfortunate demise because of a cyber new type problems. Soleto Mercury, happy birthday. Elan Ceres, happy birthday, too. Not knowing what has become of him, Soleto continues to anxiously await Elan's arrival. Soleto Mercury, I wonder what's taking him so long. Chapter number 6, Party and Familiar Faces. Unable to reach Elan, Soleto spends the following days in a stupor, until she receives an invitation from the Benarit group to an incubation party. At the party, those seeking to start new businesses can present their plans to solicit investment, and with enough financial backing, finally realize their ambitions. Soleto attends the party with Myrine, and there, they meet Prospera, her mother. Prospera expresses her thanks to Myrine for her advocacy at the hearing, and while Soleto is distracted, asks the young woman about her relationship with her father. Lady Prospera, have you and your father always been that way? Your father was responsible for suppressing the Benatis incident 21 years ago. He's hailed as a hero who banned the Gundams. I think he'd be a splendid father. Myrine Rembrandt, his glory days are ancient history. For our generation, Gundams are just myths. Myrine accuses Delling of being unreasonable, saying that she doesn't even want to think about him being her father. Prospero can only chuckle. Lady Prospera, please forgive me. Perhaps it's a matter of perspective. That beautiful dress, along with all the accessories you're wearing. The fact that you're allowed to live in the chairman's office instead of a house, even the respect you receive. All of these things, they are given to you because your father is the dear president of the Benarit group. Which is why I couldn't help but laugh at what you said. I'm sorry if I've offended you. Although, first, you need to throw away that adorable pride of yours, Zero daughter of President Delling. Do you understand? As Lady Prospera noticed the famous pilot from the Universal Century who stopped Axis from falling from Earth. Lady Prospera, well, if it isn't an honor to meet the world's greatest ace pilot from the Universal Century. Amuro Ray, I'm guessing you already heard about my legacy. Lady Prospera, yes, I have ever since the one-year war of the RX-78 Gundam. Now piloting a new war in advanced version of the Gundam. So you are more like a war hero to most of the people who used to know you. Amuro Ray, I'm guessing no one knows about the legacy between me and Chara now. Elsewhere, Soleto manages to find Elan. He explains to her that an urgent matter came up at the Peel Company the day of their date, and that he could not reach her from his location. She is too relieved to see him smile again to be upset. However, she does not know the truth of the matter that the one standing before her now is not the Elan that she knew. Before long, he escorts her on stage to appear with the CEOs of the Peel Company. She nervously greets the audience as the holder. However, the CEOs of the three branches collectively spring a trap on her. The Peel Company persuasively accuses the Ariel of being a Gundam. Soleto vehemently denies the accusation, but her words fail to reach a single member of the audience. The Benarit group is not about to overlook this infraction, and the CEOs of the three branches advise Delling, who is in attendance at the party, to scrap the Ariel, new Gundam and any other Gundams meant to be scrapped. Myrine Rembrandt, I won't let you destroy Ariel. A very familiar voice, nor will you scrap the new Gundam. As the group of people in the party of everyone else turning to the source of where the voice was coming from is the person who said this was none other than Captain Bright Noah, the commander of Londo Bell. Party guest number 1, oh my god, is that who I think it is? Party guest number 3, that's Captain Bright, Noah. Party guest number 4, why is the commander of Londo Bell even here? Party guest number 6, did you forget the person? That is actually Amuro Ray, who is also part of Londo Bell's forces. Amuro Ray was surprised but then became happy to see the former commander of Londo Bell and White Base here to support them. Myrine unexpectedly takes the stage, and in a desperate ploy to save her friend, proceeds to present a business plan by Myrine Rembrandt. She proposes establishing a new company, Gundarm Inc., to safely manage and operate Gundams. According to her, Gundams will prove the very catalyst the Benarit group needs to trigger new economic growth, but since she is still an unproven student, no one is willing to take a risk on her proposal. When this fact is pointed out to her by her father, she throws away her pride as Prospera put it and bows her head to Delling, imploring that she needs his credibility as Benerit's president. Delling grants his daughter's wish, and the financial backing of the president is all the credibility the remaining investors need. Showing 240.000.000.000. PROJECTPLANEER. Morini Rembrandt. Having raised the necessary funds, Murine successfully launches Gundam Inc. Delling single-handedly amends the laws regulating Gundams, and the Benerit group finds itself on the cusp of extraordinary change. Bright Noah. There's something I wanted to speak with you and select a mission that you're about to be assigned to. Ask this having both of the attention of Amuro Ray and Soletta Mercury were rather curious about this mission. Amuro Ray. Well, what exactly is this mission for me and Soletta? Bright Noah. Well, the reason is, but it's best to show you and everyone else here. And just like that image was showing about a red planet. However, it wasn't Mars but something else almost bored towards Earth, making everyone surprised of the unknown planet. Soletta Mercury. Why is that planet moving towards Earth? Bright Noah. My reason is, I already sent in Judao Eshta and Camille Bidon into the unknown planet, however they haven't come back. Amuro was even more surprised to hear the familiar names of Judao Eshta and Camille Bidon were sent into the red planet. Never to be seen or heard from again. Amuro Ray. And I'm guessing you want me and Soletta to go into the planet and investigate it. Bright Noah. Yes, that dismiss is very important, is not for you to allow this planet to be crash land onto the Earth. As both Amuro Ray noticed that having a determined look in his face, while also Soletta Mercury considered also wanting to join dismiss as well, seeing that she barely has any good confident experience, but she's willing to do whatever it takes to help the people of Earth. And this is the end of the movie of this What If. I hope you guys like it. Don't really leave a comment down below and subscribe to the channel.